This single verse on justice will change how you see Islam. When you think about any major religion, especially Islam, it's easy for the picture to get complicated. The conversation often gets tangled up in headlines, politics, and centuries of cultural history. But what if I told you that one of the most powerful ethical teachings in Islam isn't hidden in complex scholarship, but laid out clearly in a single verse of the Quran? A verse with a demand so radical it asks you to stand for the truth, even when that truth goes against your family, your community, or even your own self-interest. Today, we're going to explore this one verse and what it reveals about the core concept of justice in the Islamic faith. So what is this verse? It's from the 4th chapter of the Quran, Surah An-Nisa, verse 135. The original Arabic has a rhythm and power all its own, so I want to share that first. Ya ayyuhalladhana amanu kunu qawwamna bilqisti shuhada'a lillahi walau ala anfusikum awi ilwalidaini wal aqraban. Now here's what that means in English. O you who have believed, be persistently standing firm in justice, witnesses for Allah, even if it be against yourselves or parents and relatives. Just let that sink in for a second. This isn't a gentle piece of advice, it's a direct command to every single believer. To really get how profound this is, we have to look closer at the original Arabic. The verse doesn't just say be just, it uses the phrase qawwamna bil qist. The word qist implies a practical, hands-on justice about making sure every person gets what is rightfully theirs. But the word qawaman is even stronger. It's an intensive form that suggests something that is done constantly and tirelessly. It means you're supposed to be a standard bearer of justice, like a pillar holding it up in the world. Then the verse adds another layer, Bi shuhada'a lillah, which means witnesses for Allah. This changes everything. It reframes the act of standing for truth, so it isn't about looking good in court or impressing society. It becomes an act of worship done for God alone. This elevates justice from a social duty to a sacred responsibility. And this next part is where the verse gets truly radical. Even if it be against yourselves or your parents and relatives, think about that. The verse directly confronts one of the most powerful human instincts, loyalty to our own tribe and our own family. It says that divine justice must override all of it. If you are wrong, you have to admit it. If your parents are in the wrong, you cannot hide the truth to protect them. The establishment of truth is a right belonging to God, and it's more important than misplaced family honor. This was an absolutely revolutionary idea at the time it was revealed. In a tribal society where standing against your kin was almost unthinkable. And honestly, it's just as revolutionary today in a world still driven by nationalism, partisan politics, and the instinct to protect our own side at all costs. Whether one is rich or poor, Allah is more worthy of both. So, what does this all add up to? It means that at the very heart of Islam is a command for a kind of justice that is uncomfortable, deeply personal, and completely universal. It's not just about laws and courtrooms, it's about cultivating an inner integrity that puts truth above your own ego, your family's reputation, or your community's comfort. This single verse presents an ethical framework that challenges the politicized and often distorted views of the faith. It demonstrates that a central concern of Islam is the moral compass of the individual and the establishment of a just society where oppression is actively fought. It demands that a believer's ultimate allegiance must be to the truth for the sake of God. This verse transforms justice from an abstract ideal into a demanding, moment-to-moment spiritual practice. It's a constant call to examine our own motivations and our own biases. So I'll leave you with a question to reflect on. What would our world actually look like if we all, regardless of our faith or background, held ourselves to this single radical standard? A standard where we are willing to stand for the truth, even and especially when it costs us something. If this perspective was valuable to you, please consider subscribing and sharing this video. Thank you for watching.